Welcome once again to the Christian Country Cafe. I am Hunter Logan, and I am excited to bring you yet another Christian country artist here at the Christian Country Music Capital of the World, Jennings, Louisiana. We're live tonight, 410 North Main Street. Tell some folks about it. Have them tune in to our YouTube channel, HLERadio.com. Well, HLE Radio, because that's the only place you're going to see it on YouTube. My goodness. Hey, Roger Barkley Jr.
I am weak, but thou art strong. Jesus, keep me from all wrong. I'll be satisfied as long as I walk. Let me walk close to thee, just a closer walk with thee. Granted, Jesus is my plea. Daily walking close to let it be, dear Lord, let it be. This world of toils and snares, if I falter, Lord, who cares? And who but thee will my burden share? None but thee, dear Lord, none but thee. Just a closer walk with thee. Granted, Jesus is my plea. Daily walking close to thee. Let it be, dear Lord, let it be. When my feeble life is old, time will be no more. Just guide me gently, safely over to thy shore, to thy kingdom shore. Just a closer walk with thee. Granted, Jesus Well, one thing's for sure, you can know that I'm not pantomiming up here because I've sang that song for many, many years, and I'll still forget the words every once in a while. I'm turning into my dad, so. Anyway, if y'all know any of the words you want to sing along, that's fine with me. You go right ahead. An old song, Victory in Jesus, y'all help me sing. Well, I heard an old story, how a Savior came from glory, how he gave his life on Calvary to save a wretch like me. I heard about his groaning, of his precious blood's atoning. When I repented of my sin, and I won the victory. Oh, victory in Jesus, my Savior forever. He sought me and he bought me with his redeeming blood. He loved me ere I knew him, and all my love is due him. He plunged me to victory beneath the cleansing flood. I heard about his healing, of his cleansing power, revealing how he made the lame to walk again, and he caused the blind to see. And then I cried, dear Jesus, come and heal my broken spirit. And somehow Jesus came and brought to me the victory. Oh, victory in Jesus, my Savior forever. He sought me and he bought me with his redeeming blood. He loved me ere I knew him, and all my love is due him. He plunged me to victory beneath the cleansing flood, and he loved me ere I knew him, and all my love is due him. He plunged me to victory beneath the cleansing, the blood, the blood, the blood. Oh, I've got to slow down now. We are happy to be here, and listen, we had to come down here because I'll go ahead and tell everybody one of the reasons that we are here this season. Now, everybody has seen some of the hashtags that we're doing, and by the way, if you didn't know what a hashtag is, it's a £, or it's that number that you push on the end of the phone, you know, that little hashtag. Somebody said it was a hash brown or hash something, but listen, the number sign, hashtag, whatever you want to do, it's something on social media to get somebody's attention. Well, we want to get somebody's attention for God because we got something to tell them. And here's what we want to tell them. God woke me up in the middle of the night, mostly because that's when the phone's not ringing, the computer's not dinging, and the dogs ain't barking too much. But he said, most people think that 2020 vision is perfect vision. So going into the year 2020, what their perfect vision needs to be is their eyes need to see me clearly. So our new tour is called 2020 Vision, Seeing God Clearly. Now, we wanted to kick it off while we were down here. Now, there's two reasons for that. It's because when we started, when I say we, I'm going to let you understand. You're seeing Roger Barkley and you see Josh over here playing the cajon. If y'all don't know what the cajon is, it's that box that he's sitting on, beating on. This is what drives me crazy. I can't figure out whether he's smart or he just don't like hauling stuff around. Because he's either smart for beating on a box instead of hauling drums around, or he just don't. I'm not saying he's thinking maybe, on the lazy side or something, but maybe he just doesn't like hauling drums around. I don't know, but I'm glad that Josh is with me, and he has married my daughter Chelsea, and my daughter Chelsea is here, and my wife is here. So there's no such thing as a solo ministry, because even when I'm by myself on stage, I'm actually a quartet, because I've got the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost with me. But in saying all of that to say this, we wanted to be here because when we stepped out, when Diane and I decided to step out as a solo ministry, and our ministry started to blossom, a lot of it happened through HLE ministry. Through the ministry here, it had a lot to do with HLE. So we wanted to be down here to let everybody know that this is basically where the 2020 Vision Tour is starting. Now, not everybody knew that, so we wanted to let everybody know that now, that our 2020 Vision Tour is starting for the whole year of next year. Our 2020 Vision Tour, Seeing God Clearly. Now, what's that mean? Well, it means a lot of things. It means, first of all, when we step out in faith, anybody that knows stepping out in faith, what that means is, there's a song we're going to share a little bit later, the battle line that's been drawn. There's a battle line, so on one side is the good and one side is the evil. So there's going to be something coming against you if you're standing on the right side. But my Bible says we ain't got to worry about the armor of God, that nothing covers our back because he's got our back. But here's the good thing about the vision, the 2020 Vision Tour. Every place that we're going to go, I don't care if they remember my name, they remember anybody's name in our family, as long as they remember Jesus Christ by the time we leave. Because what we're going to do is make sure that they know by the time we leave, if they see anything different, they see their self different, they see gospel music different, they see the word different, as long as they see Jesus in a different light. Or if they see something in a different light, they see God more clearly. Because this is what we're doing. So if you're watching on YouTube, if you're listening on the app, whether you're listening on the HLE website, it doesn't matter. We want you to know that we're coming. And the devil's already been put on notice. And he don't like us. There's friends of ours that kind of put it a different way. He said, the devil don't like you anyway if you're a Christian. And if you're a Christian artist and a worship leader, he hates you because you took his job. So he doubly hates us. But it's okay because we ain't stopping. One of my favorite, somebody said, well, what's your favorite verse? He said, it starts with in the beginning and it ends with amen. Because there's not a bad verse in there. So pick one, and that's one of my favorites. But one of my favorites is, a city on the hill can't be hidden. our home church is a church that sits on top of a hill. And on the front, they have 2 porch lights. And if you look as you go by, the wreaths on the door make a heart on the front door. And I was like, well, first of all, there's a sermon there. But even when you turn off the light, the not the porch light, what's that light? The security light. If you look, the security light even leaves a heart on the door. So no matter where the light shines from, the light should shine a heart on your door. I'm going to share a song before we take a little break here. He said share 3 songs, I think. My memory's fading. But this is one of the songs that my dad sang the words off the page. And it's one of my favorites, and I hope it's one of yours. There's a lighthouse on a hillside that overlooks life's seas. When I'm tossed, it sends out a light that I might see, and the light that shines in darkness now will safely lead me home. If it wasn't for the lighthouse, this ship would sail no more. Now everybody that lives around me says tear that lighthouse down. You know the big ships, they don't sail this way anymore, 'cause there's no use in it standing round. Oh, but my mind goes back to that stormy night when just in time, it's when I saw the light. It's the light from that old lighthouse that stands up there on a hill. And I thank God for the lighthouse. I owe my life to Him, for Jesus is the lighthouse, and from the rocks of sin He has shown His light around me, that I might clearly see. If it wasn't for the lighthouse, where would this ship be? And I thank God for the lighthouse. I owe my life to Him, for Jesus is the lighthouse, and from the rocks of sin He has shown His light around me, that I might clearly see. If it wasn't for the lighthouse, tell me where would this ship be?
I'll take that. No, just kidding, man. Great job, brother.
You play better than I do anyway.
No, man, I wouldn't say that at all. Somebody said they're going to pray for your neck, man. Another drummer said that they're watching. He said, I'm gonna pray for that boy's neck sitting on that cajon all night.
They need to pray for a cushion.
Hey, we're going to take a short break and we're going to come back with Roger Barkley Jr. We're going to talk a little bit, so stay tuned, watch this next video, and we'll be right back.
Father, I praise you. Father, I worship you. I thank you for Jesus and saving my soul. Father, I praise you. Father, I worship you. I thank you for Jesus and saving my soul. Forgive me, Lord, I don't even know how I ought to pray. Lord, there's so many things that I think I should say. For you fearfully and wonderfully made me to be who I am. But you keep bringing me back to this place where it all began. So Father, I praise you. Father, I worship you. Thank you for Jesus saving my soul. I'm like the prodigal son that you went out and you covered all of my shame. And I'm like the leper you healed, and I've come back to lift up your holy name. And just like Peter said, Lord, where else could I go? 'Cause you're the Christ, you're the Son of God, and this one thing I know, that Father, I praise you. Father, I worship you. I thank you for Jesus and saving my soul. Father, I praise you. Father, I worship you. I thank you for Jesus and saving my soul.
My guest tonight, Roger Barkley Jr. Now, you might not know it by looking at us. Before we were in the music business and doing music, we were both wrestlers. We're a tag team bunch.
What you gonna do?
No, I'm just kidding. I don't know why I even said that, man. We've been.
Because of that picture back on the wall.
Oh, that's right. That's right. We're both big enough to do that. But anyway, man, welcome back to the Christian Country Music Capital of the World. There's so many things we can talk about. I know what I want to talk about, but man, thank you for. I didn't know the 2020. I know about the 2020 tour, but I didn't know that you were starting it here.
Because I didn't want to tell you till I did this.
Well, I just found out like everybody else, man. But what a sincere honor, man. That just really, it really blew me away, and it touched me too, man. Because well, you've been with me pretty much as long as Brian has. In fact, you and Brian have been with me for the longest. And I think Brian just a little bit longer than you, but I couldn't remember how we had met, and we talked about it on the morning show, and it was Gloria Wilson who had made that connection. So Gloria, thank you. And that was over 8 years ago now, I think.
I just felt old now.
No, not at all. But what a godsend you were, man, because I was stuck not knowing anything about Christian country or internet radio or nothing, and I got left holding a bag with a website that I had no passwords to. I didn't even know how to get into it. I didn't know anything, and you were able to actually, you had to clone it, I think, if I remember right. You had to clone it, then you had to start dissecting it little by little, because you couldn't even get into it. But I'm
glad you said I cloned it instead of you hacked the site, and I'm glad you said I cloned it.
But you rebuilt something from scratch that was even better than what I had, and it's actually come, the stuff that we've done together has become proprietary to HLE Radio. So just I'm laying a background here, so just hang with me.
I'm hanging.
Just to say how much you've done for HLE Radio and how much you've meant to us, man, with your ministry sowing into HLE Radio as well. But here's where I want to go with all of this on this 2020 tour that you got going on. This is old school. This is old school touring. I'm gonna tell you, this is when you say you're doing it for the Lord, you're really doing it for the Lord. Because there is nobody in their right mind would attempt this. No, I'm getting ready. I'm getting ready to drop some truth bombs on y'all today, because there is no way this is real old school music ministry. Because you got a bus that needs some work.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, and I've been in those situations before where you get a vehicle, but it's enough. It's enough. And you just get it, and you do little by little to get it going, and you go down the road, and you're going down the road, you're just going on faith. Just like we started this radio station with a lump of faith, you're going down the road on faith to do ministry full time. There is people that I know would not even attempt to do this. I mean, I'm just saying, much less grab a bus like that. And it's what kind of like an airport shuttle. Yeah.
It's airport shuttle bus.
Really.
Now that's if I didn't
better than skinny dipping for Jesus, man.
yeah.
Do that mean? well. And y'all,
The alligator.
that's where I was going, man. I want to tell you about running over the alligator.
And for everybody that don't know what an alligator is, and we're not talking about the gator that we actually like the gator tail to eat. We're actually talking about the recap tires.
It's trucker terminology.
Trucker terminology. We think it was one of Brian Carpenter's Dominion truckers that left it on the road.
OD.
But,
shout out to OD.
But recap tire had been left on the road, and the two trucks in front of us couldn't miss it, and I couldn't miss part of it, and it took a piece of tire out of a tire that was not great to begin with. So in Cuba, Alabama, is Alabama right? Yeah, Cuba, Alabama, right before Meridian, Mississippi, we had to pull off on our 16-hour drive, turned into 22-hour drive because of getting to the ICANN in New Iberia the other night. We got there in time to hear Amen for the last, the first part of it, but we did get there in time to fellowship afterwards. But great, great folks over there. But saying that to say this, God put us at the correct exit where the tires were. So he also made it where the tire did not explode and the rim did not come off. I mean, you know, it could have been a lot worse. So, I mean, I know God's hand was on us. No, it's not a Chip and Nicky story that, you know, everybody knows Chip and Nicky Headley, you know, friends of ours that, you know,
Nick and Chippy.
Yes. But just as they, every time that they have a story like that, just as they do, as I was talking to the guy and as he was putting the tire back on and I got to talk to him, Diana was talking to two ladies and got to witness to those two ladies about, oh, they love gospel music too. So, you know, she got to talk to them too. So, you know, there was people there that we got to talk to. Although my mind is, okay, if I go this amount of speed, I can get there at this amount of time. No, you need to stay at this amount of speed. And, you know, it's one of those things that all these things run through your head and all these things, but God will always provide what you need.
Well, I have no doubt that he's going to continue to do that. And while you were here, you've been here for the last couple of days hosting the morning show with me, co-hosting it, and with me and Roy. And while you're here, your phone rings. You get a couple of dates, man, on the way going back.
On the
or going up.
There was a church that on the 29th that had never actually called back, and just right before tonight, there's a text. The reason they hadn't called back, their pastor has left. So I was trying to figure out, well, why haven't they called back? You know, in my mind, I was like, okay, God, I'm waiting on you, and waiting and waiting and waiting. I don't wait very well. But in the meantime, on the way over to Georgia, where we're supposed to be at the end of the month and into October, in Foley, Alabama, we get a phone call. Friends of ours that said, hey, they're coming through that area. And we get a phone call from the pastor. And she said, well, I also have a pastor friend that night. Would y'all be interested in going Sunday night as well? And she said, I said, well, sure, why not? You know, it's in the same town. And she said, oh, and by the way, we usually have at the first of the month, we have the dinner on the ground. But I'm the pastor, and I can make that call. We're just going to have it this month or this Sunday, so we're going to feed y'all as well.
Man.
And I'm like, see, God provides everything that we need.
He does.
He's going to
Amen, bro.
prepare it. He prepared a place for us to sing. He's prepared a place for us to fellowship with the people, because I'd much rather sit down and actually get to know the people, not just come in, sing a song, and leave.
Right.
I just don't do that.
Well, I'm with you. There's something to be said for that personal contact and getting to know someone, and I like that too.
Especially if it's going to be Phil's Gumbo for like over Cornerstone.
Oh, man. Again, man, traveling like you're going to travel in the conditions that you're going to travel in, starting out, man, I mean, it's just like bare minimum. And I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm saying that you have said, okay, God, send me and I will go. And your wife has committed with you as well. And listen, I'll say this. I've said it on the air. I will say this to anyone. I'll say it again so you will hear me. Just because God calls you, you think God called you to ministry, you better check and make sure He's called your spouse too. Because if you're not together and your spouse isn't called, I'm telling you, that ministry is not going to go. You're going to have problems after problems after problems. And the one good thing about HLE Radio is my wife has been with me every step of the way, just like your wife is with you now. I mean, you know, God has worked it out to where y'all are together, but she is in support with you, man. And I mean, she has to be in order to see. I'm just saying, man.
He's looked at the bus and said, she has to be.
But no,
Yeah.
seriously,
No,
not
she
not
is.
everybody's cut out for that.
She was
That's
there.
true ministry.
All three of them. I mean, we've got friends back there that, I mean, just you would not believe the hours just to get it to this point, to where this bus is. The hours that were spent to get it to this point. You know, all three of those sitting right over there worked hard. I mean, hard hours, long hours, and definitely she's a blessing from God. I mean, that's
what I love about the whole thing, though, man, is and I know they're feeling under the weather, but the sheer excitement y'all have. You can still see the excitement about what y'all are doing, man, and it shows that y'all are doing it exactly for the right reasons. It's not.
But
you're just doing it because this is what God said to do.
You better check yourself. Dad was an ordained Southern Baptist minister.
You won't check yourself now.
Oh,
Just kidding. Took a bath.
no.
I got you.
Something that he was told in seminary. One of his professors said that some of the pastors that think they have been called said that in the middle of the night they had a burning sensation down deep inside, and they thought it was a call from God. If they would have waited for about 3-4 more hours, they would have figured out it was heartburn.
Yeah, get it.
And I was like, that's very profound. I mean, that's pretty mean.
Yeah.
But it's pretty profound. And there's a lot of people that, I mean, I have no doubt in my mind that I have been called by God. Mm-hmm. I have no doubt my family has been called by God. God has blessed us done too many things in our lives. I mean, I should be dead. There's been too many times that He saved me from death itself. Mm-hmm. There's too many times that there has been things that have happened. He has saved me from, whether it's not just traffic incidents, it's not just, physical ailments. There's things that we have not enough time for. But if it was time for me to go, I'd already be gone. So He's got me here for a purpose. Mm-hmm. And, I don't know how to not do this. So I'm going to keep doing it.
Well, Man, I know God's going to bless whatever you're doing, how you're doing it, because there's no doubt. And it just the commitment that y'all have. I'll say not you, but y'all. The commitment that y'all have in doing this. But, man, I want to invite y'all to come down to the family reunion that we got going on in March, because that's going to be coming up.
She's already got it on the
She does.
calendar.
Good, good. All the other times she was working and couldn't
She
get
was
away.
working.
But now she's able to get here, so we're going to have a great time, man. And we had some friends drive in all the way from Sanger, Texas tonight, and Deb and Dale, and y'all are invited too. Y'all need to make sure and get over here for that. And everybody listening tonight too, March 20th through the 22nd. No, March 18th through the 22nd. Yes, yes. And it's a great time, food, fun, fellowship. It's free. Man, we just hang out and jam like what you see in here. There's artists and music and laughter and fun. And if you play, you can play along with the artist. Hang out with them, talk. Now, Roger. On the family reunion.
We got our hands up while we're cranking it down. We're all about the good news in our honky-tonk sound. These songs will get you dancing or bring you to your knees. Where would I be without Jesus and HLE? From Jennings, Louisiana, broadcasting all across the land, sharing the love of Jesus with every lost soul we can. With 170 countries, we got quite a few more to go. We're coming to you from the Christian country capital of the world. And we've got our hands up while we're cranking it down. We're all about the good news in our honky-tonk sound. These songs are the only Bible some folks will ever read. Where would they be without Jesus and HLE? Sharing the love of Jesus through country music ministry. Where would we be without Jesus and HLE? Where would we be without Jesus and HLE? Can I get an amen?
All right. We are glad to be back, and I was told to make sure that I let you know that you can go to rogerbarkleyjr.com and get a hold of us that way, or call 502-382-8299 and get a hold of someone at that number to get us to your area for the 2020 Vision Tour, Seeing God Clearly. Well, I just had a request, but I'm going to sing it anyway. I had a daddy that fought for Uncle Sam. I got uncles and cousins that battled in Vietnam. I got in-laws and outlaws, they all
names on the wall that spelled freedom for me and you. Johnny came home with one leg from Afghanistan. Oh, but Jenny still loved him as she stood by her man. The Army, the Navy, the Air Force, Coast Guard, and Marines. When we all come together, oh, that's something like you've never seen. I'm from the U.S. of A, and I'm proud to be. We start our football, baseball, and NASCAR with those say, can you see? And I still believe in God and country. So stand up and say, I'm from the U.S. of A. From the blue-collar workers to the farmers out in the field, to the firemen and policemen and those who stand behind the shield, to all the mamas and the daddies out fighting for our liberty. All y'all that wanna burn my flag, well, you gotta go through me. From the U.S. of A, and I'm proud to be where we start our football, baseball, and NASCAR with those say, can you see? And I still believe in God and country. So stand up and say, I'm from the U.S. of A. Yeah, from our house to the White House, we need to get them back to God's house and put the 10 Commandments back on display. Well, I know you can't conceive it, but if you don't like it, leave it. It wasn't your blood that bought it anyway. I'm from the U.S. of A, and I'm proud to be where we start our football, baseball, and NASCAR with those say, can you see? And I still believe in God and country. So stand up and say, I'm from the U.S. of A. Oh, I still believe in praising God in my country. So stand up and say, I'm from the U.S. of A. Come on, stand up and say,
takes a lot of air for that song. I think you appreciate that. And I do appreciate all our veterans and our veterans' families and spouses. I didn't share this with Hunter, but I meant to show him before the show that I actually am wearing my daddy's dog tags. My mom found Dad's dog tags a little while back and gave them to me. So every time that I get to sing that song, I'm actually wearing my dad's dog tags that he wore, and makes it even more special for me. So listen, I know that we all have had people that have passed on that we are waiting to go see. And you know, we had this conversation over at Cornerstone that Jill, that was running the sound, she said somebody told her bye. She goes, "No, I don't like to say that." And I said, "You know, Diane and Chelsea, they don't like to say goodbye either." And a while back, I had written a song, actually, for my papa when he passed away, talking about we don't have to say goodbye. Because if you're a Christian, we don't have to say goodbye, because we're going to see each other again. But just in case you're listening and you're not, there's people that are on Facebook right now. Like if you go to my Facebook, my wife has my phone, and you can hit my Facebook Messenger up, and you want to know how to become a Christian, you can hit our Facebook up. You can hit HLE Facebook. I'm telling you, there's people that can lead you to Christ right here and now. So that's what we're all about. But when you do get to heaven and you can't find me anywhere next to my house, look for me at Jesus' feet and you can find me. But right now, we don't have to say goodbye. Sometimes it hurts to say goodbye to a loved one that is gone on. And I know it makes you cry, and it tries to bring you down. But my Jesus has the power to take away your hurt inside. We don't have to say goodbye. I want to meet you on the other side. We don't have to say goodbye. I want to meet you on the other side. We're gonna wipe away all our tears. We'll reign with him for years and years, where the streets are paved in gold. We'll get to talk to saints of old. We don't have to say goodbye. I want to meet you on the other side. Loved ones turn away when we talk about heaven.
we talk about the day when we'll be going home. But on that great redemption day, well, there won't be a place to hide. We don't have to say goodbye. I want to meet you on the other side. We don't have to say goodbye. I want to meet you on the other side, where God will wipe away all our tears. We'll reign with Him for years and years, up where the streets are paved in gold. We'll get to talk the saints of old. We don't have to say goodbye. I want to meet you on the other side. We don't have to say goodbye across Jordan's swelling tide. I'll meet you on the other side.
I'm going to try this, I think. Well, it just disappeared on me. Don't you think? Love just live stuff here. You know, before we went to break, we were talking about being here in Louisiana, and you know, I used to live not too far away from here, and we're actually going to be over in Independence, Louisiana tomorrow night at Lighthouse Baptist. And I actually, I think I said something on the morning show either yesterday or this morning that until I was 8 years old, I only knew two Georges. You know, growing up listening to Billy Graham, you know George Beverly Shea. But growing up in Kentucky, you knew George Jones. So that's the only kind of music I knew was George Jones and whatever you heard at the Billy Graham Crusades on TV. But then I kind of went to Illinois when I was 7, 8 years old. And I kind of was introduced to some other flavors of music, we'll say. Then we got to Louisiana, and then I heard, well, I didn't know that you could drag all those kind of instruments into church. And then I started asking Dad, can I kind of arrange music this way at church? And he goes, well, yeah, as long as I can hear it first. I was like, and some of it actually got to be used. So I'm going to share, if I can find this thing again. Oh, there it is. And if I can remember all these words, too, to a song that I writ. Who are you serving? Tell me, who is your God?
Who is your God?
Oh, who are you serving? Oh, who is your God?
Who is your God?
Well, is it your money? Oh, who do you truly love?
Who is your God?
That fancy car is nice, but it'll be here when you are gone. And you better think twice if you think it's about that fancy home. 'Cause when Gabriel blows his trumpet, you might be living in it all alone. Well, who are you serving? Tell me, who is your God?
Who is your God?
Yeah, who are you serving? Tell me, who is your God?
Who is your God?
Well, is it your money? Oh, who do you truly love?
Who is your God?
He said, if my people will humble themselves and pray, he said, if my people will turn from their wicked, wicked ways, I will heal their land and remember them on Judgment Day. Yeah, who are you serving? Tell me, who is your God?
Who is your God?
Yeah, who are you serving? Tell me, who is your God?
Who is your God?
Well, is it your money? Oh, who do you truly love?
Who is your God?
Tell me, who are you serving? Tell me, who is your God?
Who is your God?
Yeah, tell me, who are you serving? Tell me, who is your God? Well, is it your money? Oh, who do
man. No,
you find one?
no, I'm just kidding, man. This is Roger Barkley Jr. In case you don't know, you need to go to rogerbarkleyjr.com, is it? Yep. And throw this guy some love, some support. He's got music out there you can buy and all kind of good things going on.
Rent it if you want to, but
You can rent it?
Yeah.
No, you can buy it. Your tour schedule's on there as well,
yes.
right? Find out where he's at. And we got time for one more song before we're going to go. But listen, seriously, check out rogerbarkleyjr.com. I hope you enjoyed tonight. Christian Country Cafe. Next month, we have Redemption Stories going to be here with us. So keep checking with us. Tune in to the morning show Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. Central Time. But once again, thank you for joining us tonight. Roger Barkley Jr.
A battle line has been drawn. Satan's army is ready to fight, and the weapon is immorality against the soldiers of the light. And as they stand there ready to conquer, the Christian banner now is raised. The devil starts to tremble as we give the Lord our praise, and we will stand, we will stand in service and in honor. We will stand when the world says to ignore him. I just raise my hands and adore him, and together as a family we will stand. Sometimes in your life there's so many hard times. The trials that we go through, they have no reason and no rhyme. But when we give our heart to Jesus and we have run the race, we'll be part of the family, and in heaven behold his face, and we will stand, we will stand in service